Oftentimes 95% of conflict, it has nothing to do with you as a person or criticism. A lot of it can be internally driven by the other person, what they're dealing with at home, how they were raised as a child. Like, you could go down the list. We're dealing with people here. It's messy. It can get messy. Everybody's wired a little bit differently. Everybody's backstory is a little bit different. We gotta take the nuggets that we can, but then we gotta quickly discard the crud. Why would they say this? Are they a hurt person? What is this? This person that's criticizing you, they might have just had a big blowout fight this morning with their child, and they're crushed. Who knows what happened? They might just simply be an angry person. They might be troubled. And you just happen to be in their line of fire at that moment. And you got an unfair shot that came your way. They might just be angry at the world. We're not here to figure all that out. You don't have to figure it out, but you need to stay composed. We can't make an assumption that all of our critics are just crazy. Remember the extremes I talked about early on? You get criticism and you're like, they're dumb. They're crazy. They don't know what they talk about. Because, by the way, how could you ever be wrong? You're you. You're amazing. How could I ever be wrong? Don't just, brush it off as they're crazy or they're just frustrated or here's a big catchphrase. I think that person needs counseling. Honestly, how many times I've heard that? Oh my gosh. Everybody needs counseling these days, it seems. They need counseling. Why? Because they gave you criticism? Maybe you need to get right as a leader. That's always an option. But here's the other reality about criticism. Sometimes good people say bad things. Look at a person's body of work. You find me any Hall of Fame baseball player and you flip over the back of the card, they probably had one or two bad seasons. Discard the crud. Find what's left. And sometimes the blast that they're shooting out at you, it comes on no basis of reality. It's a moment in time. They said something dumb, like I did to my boss that day. When this stuff happens, you got to let the crud go. You've owned as much of it as you can. Let the rest fall away. Let it fall away. You got to have some thick skin as a leader. You can't get too high. You can't get too low. Talk to your mentors about it. Talk to your friends about it. Grieve about it if you have to. And let it go. Let it go. The mission is too great to get stuck in the mud because somebody called you a dummy. Like, come on. You're the worst leader I ever had. If that hasn't been said to you, it will be. That's going to happen. That doesn't make you the worst leader in the world because one person said it. Here's something I want you guys to know. In this race of leadership and in this race of life, Marcus Garvey once said, if you lack confidence in self, you're twice defeated in the race of life. But with confidence, you have won even before you've started. Isn't that powerful? With confidence, you've won even before you start. So then how do I get this confidence? How do I get this confidence when somebody says I'm a dummy or when somebody says I'm a poor leader? Here's something I want you to process. And this is something you should use in your personal life as well. I want you to know that there's a difference between facts and truths. There's a difference. And especially for you newer leaders that are on the call that are maybe a little insecure and you don't have a whole lot of confidence. And the facts are, I'm not good at this leadership thing. Here's another fact. I don't know what I'm doing. Here's another fact. I've never led anybody before. Here's another fact. I don't know if anybody's going to like me. We could write a tablet full of facts. Has anybody on the call ever been poor before? I have. Fact. That's a fact. I was in poverty. Fact. Has anybody ever been sick before or got a bad doctor's report? Yeah, fact. These are facts. They're not truths. Facts change. Truths don't change. Truths never change. You can change the facts. A lot of it has to do with your mindset and separating facts from truths. Because here's what I know about great leaders and about great people. You will never outperform your own self-image. You won't. You can't. It's impossible. It's called the law of the lid. Keep saying I'm not a good leader. Keep saying I'm not good at this. Keep saying I have low tenure. Yes, these are facts. They're not truths. They're not truths. Facts change. Truths don't change. What's the truth? You find the truth. And when you know the truth changes behaviors. Truth changes behaviors. That's what you have to be thinking about when you think about the difference between facts and truths. Truths will drive belief. And when you have belief, you have some level of confidence. And when you have a formula of belief plus confidence, it equals behavior. Criticism is coming. What's your truth? What is your truth? Because that truth becomes your belief, and that belief becomes your behavior. When criticism comes, and it's coming, you will have to know who you are, and you will have to know what you're called to do. You can never lose sight of the mission. You can't lose sight of the mission. Leadership is challenging. There's no question about it. But when done well, it's the most fulfilling role on planet Earth. There's not another one. You're literally charged with not only changing cultures, and let's talk about, we got to drive results, right? I got it. But you're literally given the opportunity to transform people's lives. That's a heavy calling, right? And it's like, how is it that, the sheep that I'm trying to take care of are biting my leg? How's that happen? It's criticism. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen a lot. The higher you go, the more of it you'll get. And it's not this numbness thing. Have you ever walked in, like anybody that's ever had anybody sick, and you walk in and they're like, you have this doctor that has like zero bedside manners, and they're like, hey, the reports came back. You got probably 2 months to live. And you're like, you don't even care. No, they've become numb. They've become numb and calloused and have lost compassion. Don't do that. Don't do that as a leader. That's a way to handle criticism. The best way never to lose is don't play. Just don't play. You'll never lose. You'll walk out of this life never losing. Congratulations. You want to never feel pain? Get numb. Get numb. You don't want to get hurt? Don't care. No, that's not the answer. That is not effective leadership. Effective leadership says, I hear with my ears, but I listen with my emotions. I hear what you're saying, but I'm listening with my heart. I'm hearing with my ears, but I'm listening with my heart. That's how you filter out criticism, because now I know who I am. I know what I'm called to do. And guess what? You're going to blow it. And the criticism sometimes is going to be 100% accurate. Own it. Own it. Forget your ego. You don't have to be right all the time. Own it. Matter of fact, I'll tell you, when you blow it and own it, you're vulnerable. People will come running to your side. And if they don't belong on your team. They're not a culture fit. And when you blow it, if you can own it before they criticize you, even better. Hey, listen, the whole reason we're having this meeting today is I blew it. I made a big mistake. And I need you all to forgive me. And I want to let you know I'm making changes to get this right. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you. Don't blow it a lot, because you won't be in the role. You have to earn the right to lead. You have to lose little. You can't lose a lot. You can't stay a leader. Results matter. Level 3 leadership says, I got to get results, but we're not to stay there. We're to go to level 4, which is multiplication, reproduction. Criticism comes with that territory. Facts change. Truths don't change. Know the truths. The truths become beliefs. The beliefs drive behavior. Get a clear picture on the type of leader that you want to be, the impact that you want to make, and commit to it. Commit to it.